Oh hey, when did you get here? Didn't see you come in. So, this is a vlog, and you're gonna see a lot more of my face soon. So how are you guys doing? I'm doing okay. It's been a weird week. Getting kind of burnt out of WoW, so like I'm trying to do things to like make myself feel better, but I think that I don't quite like Warlords of Draenor, except for the garrison. So I'm kind of burnt out of it, and I just won't log into Suki, and I won't move Leah forward, so I've been like doing a lot of stuff on my hunters. Despite the fact that there's only a desk lamp here, I think that the lighting's pretty good. Like, I wouldn't say it's perfect lighting, but I would say it's decent lighting considering it's really dark in this room. I only have a desk lamp on, and my hair is a mess. I washed it yesterday, and it's bleh. I put it under a hat because it won't listen. There's just like one single piece of hair that keeps falling in front of my face because my hair's in a growing out period, the green parts, to where now it's just going to keep falling in my face because it's ridiculous. Hold on.
You have 5 pieces of turkey bacon. That can make one really big sandwich or 2 kind of skimpy sandwiches.
Well, as long as you put cheese in with them, I don't mind if they're 2 skimpy sandwiches. Maybe it'll make me feel like I'm eating more.
I'll have to see. I don't know if I have any cheese.
You do?
I do?
Yeah, okay. It was under the cheesecake bites, so I excavated it and put it out in the open.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. No problem. Gotcha.
My mom's making me food. I figured I would vlog before that because, you know, impending food. So, yeah, I've been doing stuff on my hunters. They're actually leveling up right alongside each other. It was kind of on accident. Meixu, who is my blood elf hunter, who I've had around for quite a while, and then, like, I don't get to play her as much because I'm playing her right alongside somebody else. So we're leveling together, so. And then Amon, who I made, he's a night elf, and she just flew through the levels. Like, eventually, she was originally made to go with this person, too, to test out a new server, which the server I freaking love, Earthen Ring. I love it. So we're going to transfer all of our characters over there eventually, or most of them. But I was like, I really want to play her, so I kept playing her, and I told him that I would just make a replacement character, and I did. I made Amon's older sister, Kai, who is a druid. She's really adorable. She's big. And she's a bar. But, yeah, Amon is, like, leveling right alongside Meixu. Meixu's 79, and Amon is 76. Or 77, she just hit 77. And basically, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about their adventures today. Because I was excited. Okay. So, one of my biggest goals for months, like I've been flying around on my paladin, Leah, looking for Loquena'hak, because I really wanted Loquena'hak. Like, originally, I didn't really like Loquena'hak that much. I didn't think he was that pretty, but after a while, he really grew on me, and I really wanted him, and even though Meixu was way under level, I was like, just going to keep looking for him. Anytime that I was on Leah, I even stayed in the area to farm for Borean leather, because Leah's really behind her leatherworking. And yes, if my paladin has leatherworking. No judging. I thought it was fun. But anyways, never saw him. Never saw him. Only time I've ever seen him was, I was on my new character, Tame, and I saw a tamed version of him. Tame's on Garona, by the way. And I was super excited. But otherwise, I'd only ever seen him in videos and people talking about him and pictures. Never saw him. I knew I'd have to camp for him. I actually learned his spawn points really well. I had a strategy. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my strategy. It was the 2 spawn points near the Nesting Warrior Camp, I was going to stay there. And then the one that was kind of near the middle-ish, I was going to have somebody stay in, and then I was going to have somebody camp the 2 areas where the gorillas are, / the bugs. And the person who was in the middle of us was going to help us in case one of us ran into trouble, because the reason I put the person near the gorillas is because one of King Crush's spawn points is near there, and he wanted to tame King Crush so he could be watching me, or watching Loquena'hak for me, but also if King Crush popped up, he could tame him. And, yeah. And then I was going to have another friend fly between the top 2 spawn points, and that was how we were going to do things. But I didn't have the spawn points 100% correct in my brain. That never happened because my friend who's going to tame King Crush isn't of level yet, and as soon as I hit 76 on Meixu, I just started camping like I was without anybody. I camped at the top spawn point, and I camped for, I mean, not a super long amount of time, maybe like 3 or 4 hours, which for Loquena'hak is nothing. And I was just watching a Final Fantasy Lightning Returns playthrough because I was afraid to watch it, but I really wanted to see how the story progressed. I really love it, actually. Really love it. I'm such a dork. You'd figure stuff I sit there and complain about I wouldn't like, but I do. And I was making bracelets because I do that to make myself feel good and stuff. And now, here's how Loquena'hak works. He's highly coveted, so there's always people camping the area. Like, I think that usually I've had the lowest amount of people I've ever had against me were probably like 3 people, and the highest I've had were like 10. Plus, there's people that come to kill him. So, I was there camping. People would ask me, you know, do you know the last time he was tamed? Hold on, I think she's bringing my food. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, and I was like, I don't know, because I had been camping him earlier that day in the middle spot, but a dwarf, one level 100 dwarf was there, and like he came in after me, and I was afraid that if I tried to tame him, he would either kill him or bully me out of it. So eventually, like, I left to do a fly around, and when I came back, he was gone. So he either tamed him or was literally just staying there to bully me. And when I moved, he moved. But you know, people would ask me, you know, have you seen him pop up? And I'd be like, no, I was here earlier today, but then I fell asleep because I did. Like, I got tired of winning and fell asleep. I didn't want to fall asleep, but I was feeling a little sick. And then, like, people would come around, like a paladin was like, I'm going to help you. My girlfriend has been looking around for a year and hasn't found him, and I was like, oh man, people like that make me so sad. Like, I really want them to get Loke because they deserve him. People have been camping for months and even like years. Oh my gosh, you guys deserve him so much. Ugh, it's ridiculous. It makes me so sad you don't have him yet. Like, I want to hurl him at you. But all in all, it was a positive experience. Like, I didn't have anybody harassing me. Like, I had a guy fly, and he's like, what you here for? And I was like, waiting for Loke, but that seems pretty impossible. He's like, yeah. He's like, so do you have to do a quest to get him, or do you have to, like, camp? And I was like, you basically camp in one of the spots, or fly around, and if he pops up, he pops up. He's like, oh, I see. I might try for King Crush then. I'm like, yeah, percentages are better for King Crush, which, to be honest, I've seen neither, so I don't know if the percentages are better, but I think that people are coming after Loke more than they're coming after King Crush. That could just be an assumption by me, though, because both are hella awesome. But probably, like, I don't know, like 10 minutes after he was talking to me and he flew away, Loquena'hak appeared in the spawn point in front of me. Like, he appeared, and I was like, holy shit, he appeared. I mean, I did make a video of it, so it's not going to have any sound because Final Fantasy 13-3 is, so it's not going to have any sound. But I was shocked. I started sobbing. And I hearthed away so that nobody else would, like, that he wouldn't come up on their rare tracker and they wouldn't get mean to me. But I should have let other people in the area know. I think I was just panicked and in shock and just like, holy crap, I like ran out to tell everybody and I was sobbing, and yeah, you can't hear any of that because I'm going to cut the sound out because, again, Final Fantasy 13-3 is over my recorded footage. But it was just an amazing day for me, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it after waiting that time for, I think, about 2 hours, and total for about, I'm going to say between 4 to 6 hours. I'm not 100% though. He appeared. In my spawn point. Like, there were other people camping and flying around. He appeared at my spawn point, like he chose me, and it was just like the most wonderful feeling in the world. Like, I went and told everybody. A couple days after that, I went to get Arcturus because I knew my friend really wanted him, so I recorded it and everything. I flew in, and I had this thing in the back of my head that was like, you're not going to be waiting long. And I was like, okay. Oh, on the note of Loquena'hak, anytime I'd flown around that area on Leah, I always got this feeling like you should stay here. This should be the spot. And, I mean, that spawn point is where he appeared. So even though it wasn't on the same character, it was just like really weird. But, alright, back to Arcturus. I'm sorry if this video ends up being really long. And I know some people don't like hunter stories, but I'm so excited. Okay, Arcturus. So, I had a dream that I was taming Skull. And then I woke up from the dream because, anytime I have dreams about that, I can't sleep, I can't focus. So, I woke up, and I looked at Skull's level, and I was like, he's 80. Meixu can't tame him. So I was like, well, I really want Arcturus, and I know that my friend really wants me to have Arcturus so that, he can see him. So why don't I go do that? So I did. I, researched where he spawned, which is only one spawn point. And it's near an Alliance base, which, sucks because I was Horde on that character. But I went, and there were two different level, 91 and 93 Blood Elves flying overhead in the area. But I just kind of stood, if they wanted to do the tame, of course, I was not going to stand in their way. They were there first. It's rude if you take a tame from somebody whenever they were there first, at least in my opinion. Some people like the thrill of trying to be first. I don't know. But eventually they left. A dwarf came, stayed for about 5 minutes, and then left. And then this Worgen stayed probably for a good 25 minutes. And I was like, oh man, he's way higher level than me. He's totally going to get this tame because I can't fight him off. So we both stood beside one another. Nobody was really rude to me or anything. But eventually the Worgen, after 25 minutes or so, got really bored, and I watched him hearth away with his, I think, a Garrison Hearthstone. But no more than 30 seconds later, I'm not kidding, you'll see it in the footage, he appeared. So I was like, well, okay. And I tamed him. And he's awesome. But I waited an hour or less. I didn't wait very long for Arcturus at all, and I did this in the morning, 6:44 a.m. my time, was whenever I tamed him. And that was 5:44 o'clock time, because it was Whisperwind. So, and I always post on Wowhead whenever I tame stuff, because I want people to know that are attached, that watch Wowhead, so they don't, go camping. Alright, so my next thing was, well, I'm level 77, I'm going to try to get Gondria, because originally I really wanted Gondria way more than Loquena'hak. I thought she was so beautiful. I learned about her spawn points. I camped at the one beside Harqua, because Harqua is the bomb, man. Loquena'hak's mate. So pretty. We're actually doing Zul'Darak quests right now, because I really want to do the quest for Harqua. Even though Zul'Darak is really boring. But he's being really patient and being really nice to get me through this. And I told him in Tune he'd get to choose the next area we went to. Okay, anyways. So I camped for Gondria for 3 hours. And in between that, there was a lot of different other people camping different spawn points. So I was I was having a really negative attitude. I was probably not going to get her. And, I figured with my negative attitude and the fact that I already had 2 Spirit Beasts already, that I didn't deserve her this fast anyway. And then this Night Elf just kept camping too, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother him. But during that time, he made rude gestures at me. He did this kind of thing where he farted on me or something. And, I was doing absolutely nothing to him. I just kind of stayed near the spawn point and whatever. He would come in and come out. I think he was checking for Arcturus at the same time, or going on Battlegrounds, because there was a time he was PvP flagged too. But, I don't like when people are rude like that, because I'm never ever rude to somebody. In fact, if they are there first, I'll let them have the tame. When I was camping on Amon for Loquena'hak, there was just me and another person, and if Loquena'hak came up, I was going to offer it to that other person first. but during that time, it was during, again, a negative period, so that didn't happen. But I camped for like 3 hours, and then I started feeling like it was a day that I had a lot to do on, so I was like, well, I have a lot to do, so I'm just going to log out, and this guy is driving me nuts anyway. Alright, so, same night, we started questing, and it felt like, it took forever. Like, it felt like the quests were just dragging on. We, like, did 20 quests, and it felt like we'd done, like, 70. But after we'd finished, like, a specific quest chain, I went, and I was like, to break up the monotony, I'm going to fly around and just look for her. I doubt I'll find her, but, you know, I've done /who's in the area, and I don't think there was any other hunters. Or maybe there was, I don't know. I did a fly around, and the spawn point next to mine, the one on the ridge with all the bears, I saw, like, a glowy cat, and I was like, that has to be her. Because it didn't look purple. And I stopped, and I was like, it is her. So I went to set all the tame up and everything, set up the ice traps and everything. The problem is that there was a bear super close to her, and the moment I hit the tame button, he, like, started to maul my face, and he was, like, taking my health down hella fast. And I was like, oh my god, I need help. And it felt like the tame went faster, because, like, Gondria was like, okay, well, tame me super fast so I can beat the shit out of this guy. And she did. As soon as she was tamed, like, it was only a couple of seconds. Like, it didn't feel like the timer, the normal timer, even for my glyph of tame, because Meixu has a glyph of tame. So she, like, started beating the shit out of it, and my friend came just in time to, like, heal me up and stuff. But Gondria was like, bitch, this is my territory. You do not touch this girl. You know, it was really funny. I didn't record it though. I didn't think to, because it was just like, oh, she's there. You know, I never have luck on a flyby. Never. So, those are my stories with Meixu, and I feel like I'm talking for a long time, so I won't share my Amon stories, but my Amon stories are for Gondria and for Loquena'hak, and they're pretty awesome too. So, maybe I'll share them another time, but I don't want this vlog to be super, super long. I was going to talk about other things too, but another vlog, I guess. I mean, I might make all the vlogs together, but they'll be broken up. Okay, well, I'm going to go eat, and thanks for listening to my ridiculous long stories. And I hope you have a good day. And if you're a hunter and you need, like, any advice, like you're a new hunter, and you need any advice about these beasts, I mean, there's tons of resources on YouTube, but if you want to ask me, I'll be happy to give you, like, any information I have. Okay? And if you're on my server and you need somebody, like, to help you, totally down for that, because I love to help hunters get rares, because it's such a good feeling when you get that rare, you just want to spread it to everybody else. Like, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye.